Every exterminator refuses to tell you this, but there's one kitchen ingredient that makes spiders vanish instantly without poison. You know what's funny? Most people think spiders are these evil invaders plotting to take over their living rooms. Truth is, they're just looking for the same things you are after a long day: food and a comfortable place to crash. Spiders don't wake up thinking, hey, let's terrorize some humans today. They're actually incredibly practical creatures. When autumn hits and temperatures drop, outdoor hunting becomes tough, bugs disappear or hide deeper underground. Your warm house suddenly looks like an all-you-can-eat buffet with perfect climate control. Makes sense, right? Here's the thing that'll blow your mind. Spiders can squeeze through gaps smaller than a credit card, that tiny crack under your door, highway entrance for a spider, the gap around your window frame that you never noticed, spider superhighway. Even the space around your electrical outlets can become spider real estate. We're talking about creatures that can flatten their bodies to ridiculous proportions. But wait, there's more to this story. Once they're inside, spiders become your unpaid pest control team. A single spider can eat up to 2,000 insects per year. That's flies, mosquitoes, ants, and other creepy crawlies you definitely don't want around your food. They're basically working the night shift while you sleep, hunting down the bugs that actually spread diseases and contaminate your kitchen. Most house spiders are about as dangerous as a butterfly. The common house spider, cellar spider, and jumping spider are completely harmless to humans. Their fangs can't even pierce our skin. Yet somehow, these tiny creatures have managed to terrify grown adults who could literally squash them with their pinky finger. And the weird part is, only about 3% of people have genuine arachnophobia. That's the clinical fear of spiders. The rest of us just learned somewhere along the way that spiders equal bad news. Cultural conditioning at its finest. Movies don't help either. When's the last time you saw a friendly spider as the hero of an action film? Then there's the web situation. Spiders don't build webs to annoy you or make your house look abandoned. They're setting up shop in spots where flying insects naturally travel. Corner near a light fixture, perfect fly trap location. Behind your couch where dust bunnies collect, mite and small bug paradise. Spiders are basically following their food source, which happens to intersect with your living space. Let's not forget that different spider species have different home invasion strategies. Some actively hunt and roam around at night. Others prefer to stay put and wait for dinner to come to them. The roamers are usually the ones you spot scurrying across your bathroom floor at 2 a.m., causing that mini heart attack. The reality is that spider encounters in your home are usually brief and accidental. They'd rather avoid you too. You're loud, enormous, and frankly terrible for their health insurance premiums. Well, now that you understand why these eight-legged tenants keep showing up uninvited, you're probably wondering about those natural solutions everyone keeps talking about. Most people reach for the bug spray when they spot a spider, but your kitchen probably holds better weapons than any chemical you can buy. The funny thing is, spiders have been around for 380 million years, yet they still can't handle the smell of your leftover pizza herbs. Essential oils top the list of natural spider deterrents, and peppermint leads the charge. Research shows that peppermint oil disrupts spider sensory systems. They literally can't think straight when they smell it. A few drops on cotton balls placed near entry points work like invisible force fields. Thyme oil packs even more punch. Studies prove it repels spiders better than most commercial sprays. Plus, your house smells like you've been cooking all day instead of fumigating. Then there's vinegar, sitting in your pantry like a secret weapon. Spiders hate acidic smells because their respiratory systems can't process them properly. The acetic acid in vinegar overwhelms their senses, making them scramble for fresh air. White vinegar works best. It's stronger and leaves less residue than apple cider varieties. But here's where things get interesting. Citrus peels become spider kryptonite when you know how to use them. Orange and lemon rinds contain limonene, a compound that spiders find absolutely revolting. Fresh peels work for about 3 days before losing potency. The weird part is that artificial citrus scents don't work. Spiders can tell the difference between real and fake citrus oils. Let's not forget about garlic, nature's most pungent deterrent. Mix crushed garlic cloves with water. Strain out the chunks and you've got liquid spider repellent. Garlic contains sulfur compounds that trigger spiders' danger signals. They associate these smells with predator presence and flee immediately. Works on vampires too, apparently. Coffee grounds deserve mention here because most people throw them away without realizing their potential. Used grounds scattered around spider-prone areas create an acidic barrier that spiders won't cross. Makes sense, right? If coffee keeps us humans wired and alert, imagine what caffeine residue does to creatures with nervous systems designed for stealth. While cinnamon sticks placed in corners work surprisingly well too. The essential oils in cinnamon bark disrupt spider pheromone communication. They can't leave scent trails for other spiders to follow, essentially breaking their GPS system. Ground cinnamon loses effectiveness quickly, but whole sticks maintain potency for weeks. Cedar blocks and cedar oil create long-term spider barriers because cedar contains natural pesticide compounds. Spiders instinctively avoid areas where cedar oils are present. It's like putting up "do not enter" signs in their language. The challenge with all these natural methods, they require regular replacement and reapplication. Essential oils evaporate. Citrus peels dry out. Garlic water loses strength. Most people start strong but give up when results aren't immediate. But what if there was one kitchen ingredient that worked faster than any essential oil, lasted longer than citrus peels, and required almost no preparation time? Something that could make spiders vanish in less than 30 seconds while using ingredients you already have under your sink. You've tried the fancy oils and citrus peels, but let's get real about what actually works. That bottle of white vinegar sitting in your kitchen cabinet, it's about to become your secret weapon against spiders. Well, not so secret anymore. White vinegar doesn't just smell terrible to spiders, though trust me, they absolutely hate that sharp, acidic scent. The real magic happens at a chemical level. Spiders taste and smell through their legs, which means when they walk across vinegar, it's like forcing someone to lick a pickle while getting a face full of cleaning solution. Not exactly pleasant, right? Here's where it gets interesting. The acidic acid in vinegar actually disrupts their sensory system. These eight-legged creatures rely heavily on chemical signals to navigate, find food, and detect danger. Vinegar basically scrambles their GPS. They become disoriented, confused, and desperate to escape. But here's the kicker: straight vinegar isn't your best bet. You need to create the perfect spider-busting cocktail. Grab a spray bottle and mix 1 cup of white vinegar with half a cup of water. This dilutes it just enough so it won't damage most surfaces while keeping it strong enough to send spiders packing. Then there's the secret ingredient that most people skip: dish soap. Add 2 tablespoons of regular dish soap to your mixture. The soap doesn't just help the solution stick better to surfaces, it actually coats the spider's body and breathing system. Spiders breathe through tiny openings called spiracles, and soap creates a film that makes breathing difficult. Shake that bottle like you're making a margarita. The soap needs to mix thoroughly, or you'll end up with a separated mess that won't work properly. Now comes the satisfying part. When you spray this mixture directly on a spider, something remarkable happens. Within seconds, you'll see them slow down. Their movements become erratic and sluggish. Most spiders will literally abandon whatever they're doing and try to escape. The whole process usually takes less than 30 seconds from spray to complete retreat. And the weird part is, they rarely come back to the same spot. It's like they leave invisible warning signs for other spiders. Danger zone smells like salad dressing and soap. The beauty of this method lies in its simplicity and speed. No waiting around for essential oils to maybe work over several days. No hoping citrus peels will eventually convince spiders to relocate. This is immediate action with immediate results. Even better, this mixture works on spider webs too. Spray it directly on webs and watch them dissolve. The soap breaks down the silk proteins while the vinegar makes the entire area uninhabitable for any spider thinking about rebuilding. But before you start spraying this magical mixture everywhere like some kind of spider-fighting superhero, you need to know exactly where and how to use it safely. Because vinegar, while effective, can cause some unexpected damage if you're not careful about your targets. Now that you've got this powerful vinegar mixture ready, let's talk about where to actually use it without turning your home into a disaster zone. Because trust me, spraying vinegar everywhere isn't always the smartest move. Start with the obvious spider highways. Windows and door frames are like spider superhighways into your house. Spray along these areas, paying extra attention to those tiny gaps where the frame meets the wall. Baseboards deserve serious attention too. Spiders love crawling along these edges because they offer protection and easy access to hiding spots. Under your kitchen and bathroom sinks, total spider magnets. The darkness combined with occasional moisture makes these areas irresistible to eight-legged visitors. Give these spaces a thorough spray, especially around pipe entrances where gaps often exist. But here's where most people mess up completely. They go spray happy and hit every surface in sight. Don't spray this mixture on wood finishes or furniture. The acetic acid in vinegar can actually damage wood surfaces, leaving you with bigger problems than a few spiders. Makes sense, right? Focus your efforts on corners instead. Spiders absolutely love corners because they offer maximum protection with minimal effort. Behind furniture, in closets, near ceiling joints, these spots rarely get disturbed and provide perfect real estate for web construction. Then there's the reapplication factor that everyone seems to forget about. This isn't a one-and-done solution. The vinegar smell fades over time, usually within a week. Mark your calendar or set a phone reminder because consistent reapplication is what separates temporary relief from long-term success. Well, here's something that might surprise you. Timing matters more than you'd think. Early morning applications work better because spiders are typically less active during daylight hours. You're essentially setting up roadblocks while they're taking their daytime naps. Safety becomes crucial when you've got pets or small children around. This mixture won't poison anyone, but it's still not something you want little hands grabbing. Store your spray bottle in a high cabinet, preferably with a label so other family members know what it contains. The weird part is how quickly you'll actually see results. Most chemical sprays take time to work, but this vinegar solution creates immediate discomfort for spiders. They literally cannot stand the acidic environment you're creating. Within 30 seconds of direct contact, most spiders will either flee or stop moving entirely. Don't forget about outdoor application around entry points. Spray around exterior door frames and window sills to create a barrier before spiders even attempt entry. Just avoid spraying on painted surfaces during hot, sunny days. The combination can sometimes cause paint discoloration. One more thing that experienced spider fighters know: evening applications around outdoor lights can be incredibly effective. But there's actually a better long-term strategy for dealing with those outdoor attractants that doesn't involve spraying anything at all. Your vinegar spray works great for quick spider removal, but what about stopping them from moving in permanently? Well, prevention beats reaction every time. The real game changer isn't just killing the spiders you see, it's making your home so unwelcoming that they never show up in the first place. Door gaps are like spider highways. Those tiny spaces under your doors, pure gold for eight-legged intruders. Weather stripping costs about $5 and takes 10 minutes to install. Boom. You've just blocked their main entrance. Windows need the same treatment, and the weird part is, most people check their locks but ignore the cracks that actually let pests inside. Then there's the vacuum strategy that nobody talks about. Sure, everyone knows to vacuum webs, but here's the kicker: you need to hunt down those egg sacs too. One female spider can lay up to 3,000 eggs. Miss those little silk bundles, and you're not solving a spider problem, you're postponing a spider explosion. Check corners, behind furniture, and inside closets where webs hide in plain sight. Storage habits matter more than you'd think. Cardboard boxes sitting on floors are basically spider hotels. They love the dark spaces underneath and the corrugated edges that make perfect hiding spots. Lift those boxes onto shelves or plastic storage bins instead. Spiders hate smooth, elevated surfaces because they can't anchor their webs properly. Let's not forget your outdoor lighting situation. Those porch lights blazing all night, they're not just welcoming guests, they're hosting an all-you-can-eat buffet for flying insects. More bugs equals more spiders showing up to hunt them. Switch to yellow bulbs or motion sensors. The spiders will follow their food source elsewhere, and your electric bill will thank you too. Kitchen cleanliness plays a bigger role than most people realize. Crumbs on counters don't just attract ants, they attract the bugs that attract spiders. It's like a twisted food chain happening right in your house. Wipe down surfaces daily and sweep floors regularly. Makes sense, right? Less food scraps means fewer insects, which means spiders pack up and leave for better hunting grounds. But here's something contractors won't tell you. Check your basement and attic for moisture problems. Spiders need water just like any creature, and damp areas become spider magnets. Fix leaky pipes, improve ventilation, and use dehumidifiers if needed. Dry homes are uninviting homes for most spider species. The outside of your house needs attention too. Trim bushes and plants away from your walls. Spiders use vegetation as bridges to reach your windows and siding. Keep firewood stacks at least 20 feet from your house. They're loaded with spider families looking for winter shelter. Stack all these prevention methods together, and you're not just fighting individual spiders anymore, you're creating an environment where they simply can't thrive. The vinegar spray handles immediate problems, but these long-term strategies ensure those problems stop happening in the first place. Your spider-free home isn't just about one magic trick, It's about building a fortress they can't penetrate.